Stay fresh music.
Yo, so how's it going, guys? Welcome back to another GTA 5 video. So as I'm sure you guys might be aware, last week I put together a video showing you guys the top 3 best ways to make money in GTA 5 online, which a bunch of you guys really seem to enjoy, as there was at least one method all of you guys could grind out and make a ton of money in no time. However, truth be told, some of the methods in that video have been updated or they've been changed, so I thought it only made sense I went ahead and put together somewhat of an updated version to that video, seeing as it helped so many of you guys out. So if you guys do go on to enjoy the video and you would like to see me cover more epic money and RP guides in the future, all I ask is you do return the favor by dropping a like down below, and if you guys are new around here, feel free to subscribe as I do post daily GTA 5 videos. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so coming in for the first method, and that's by beating this week's brand new time trial. If you guys aren't aware, you can earn a very nice $100,000 in just a couple minutes. Now this week's brand new time trial is known as Elysian Island 2, and it does have a par time of 1 minute 50. Now I will say the most important thing to beat in this week's time trial is to go ahead and do as I do on screen. You want to start the time trial. Once you guys start the time trial, now you guys can see the end point. Go ahead and set a waypoint and go ahead and restart the time trial. Now you guys have got a clear route that you need to follow to beat this time trial. Now this time trial is pretty self-explanatory. All you guys simply have to do is follow the route that I exactly take on screen. So I'm going to play out some music for the rest of the time trial, then I'll come back on the mic for method 2. Coming in for the second best money making method, and this is an epic method that is basically semi-AFK, and that is basically by setting up other players in a free roam session. Okay, so I know for a fact a bunch of you guys that watch my videos are just going to love this method, because the reactions you're going to get are priceless when you're setting up your friends, crew members or other players in free roam. Of course, for the last year or so we can own a bunch of different businesses in the game, from weed farms to vehicle warehouses to hangars, but no other players besides the player that owns that property can interact with it. So you can't like set up to rob someone, or you can't pay a certain amount to raid someone's business, which personally I think would be a sick idea considering the game is based around being a criminal. And yes, before you think about writing a comment, I know you can call a mom, call a mug up for $500, but the most you're going to get from that is 10k if someone else has got that in their pocket. If they've got that money banked, you can't really rob someone and use that for a money making method. Whereas the method in today's video, the way we're going to be setting players up, will guarantee you guys $33,500 every single time we do it, and you can sit AFK like I said. So after an hour of grinding this, you can easily make well over $250,000, which is just insane for a solo easy AFK method. you really have no reason to complain. So the very first thing you guys want to do is go ahead and register as a CEO. Don't worry, we no longer need $1 million in our bank account to register as a CEO. You only need 50k, and I'm pretty sure 99.9% of you guys have at least 50k saved up in your bank on GTA 5. However, once you guys are a CEO, you just want to do as I do on screen. Just pull up your interaction menu, go down to hire associates, and just spam out the entire lobby. For the first ever time in GTA history, a money making method is going to be better by being in a lobby with more players. Crazy, as I'm sure you guys have probably been like me in the past, and the best money making methods have been trying to get empty public lobbies so you can do your own free run work. So it's just insane to think now we can make insane amounts of money in a bigger public lobby. So as you guys can see, I just spammed out invites to a bunch of random players, and then I had one random guy join my organization. Now from here, like I said, it's probably better to start this in like a property that you own. It could be any property. Most likely you're better off doing it in the city. So if you've got an office or an apartment, go ahead and spam out invites whilst in your apartment, so you can just invite them straight over to your apartment. Now as you guys can see, this guy was actually waiting outside my office for me, so I didn't have to invite him over. Now once the guy is outside your apartment, all you want to do is get him inside of your vehicle. Now if you guys own any of the armored vehicles like the Kuruma, the Insurgent pickup, the Duke of Death, to be honest with you, there are so many armored vehicles in the game nowadays, I'm sure you guys will own one. However, if you guys have no armored vehicles, don't worry, you can still do this method very easily. However, like I said, if you do have an armored vehicle, once the guy gets in your car, you want to pull up your interaction menu, go down to VIP challenges, and you want to start the challenge called Most Wanted. Now don't worry, this isn't the method that I'm going to be showing you guys just to play a challenge. It's the method and how we're going to be setting up the guy to make the most amount of money is what you guys want to know. So once you guys have got the guy in your car, you want to make your way to this location on the map. I'll pull up in just a second. As you guys can see, it's this railway right here that should lead straight to the underground. Now as I'm sure you guys may also be aware that have played Most Wanted in the past, usually you can't wait underground. If you go into any tunnels while doing this Most Wanted, you'll just get a countdown of 10 seconds and told to leave the tunnel, otherwise the challenge will finish. So here's the location of the tunnel once again, so you guys know where you have to park. And as I did mention earlier, if you already own an armored car, start the challenge as soon as your associate gets in the car. However, if you just got a normal car, which you can still do this in, go ahead and start the challenge once you get inside the tunnel, just so you're not getting shot by the cops and you end up dying before you get here. However, as you guys can see, this part is practically the easiest part known to man. I can't believe we're going to be getting such a good payout for literally sitting under a tunnel. So from this point, all you guys want to do is go AFK, pull up your phone, go on one of my YouTube videos, drop a few likes, drop a few comments, do whatever you guys like to do to pass the time. Go ahead, sit on the toilet for 5 minutes, make your dinner, pull up a movie. You can literally do anything, like I said, just to pass the 8 minutes. So I fast forward this gameplay to save you guys time. However, once you guys reach the 1 minute mark, all you guys want to do is drive out of this little tunnel right here, take a left, and just basically surround yourself by cops. Pull up your interaction menu, vehicles, and bang, empty vehicle. The associate will have no idea he just got set up and thrown out to the cops, and bang, he should die within seconds. And boys, as you guys can see, 33.5k for sitting AFK under a tunnel. God damn! I know for a fact ton of players are going to be running around in GTA 5 online now under this tunnel, just setting up their friends, setting up crew members, trying to get that easy 33k, which honestly pays more than every single VIP work that you can currently do in the game, where you actually have to do work. Like you have to drive around, either go pick up a heli, take out targets. All that crap is long. I'd rather just go get someone in my car, kick him out the car to the police, and get rewarded with 33k every single time. So quick maths, like I said, after 3 attempts you're near enough 100k, which would take less than half an hour. So after an hour of doing this, and in between you could be selling cars or doing headhunter or resupply a business, so you could easily make much more than $250,000. I'm just saying $250,000 is the bare minimum that all of you guys will be able to earn having no businesses, doing nothing else besides this method. So like I said, combine this with other methods, you're probably making double that. Now like you guys can also see on screen, this time I launched it from my facility and I had 2 associates join me. me, you only need one associate. And like I said, for the first ever time in GTA 5, the more players you got in your association, the worse it is, because more than likely one of them is going to survive. So as you guys can see, just pull up your interaction menu and dismiss or kick someone from your CEO if more than one person joins. And as I did mention, if you already own an armored car like a Karuma or an XLS, any car that's armored, you can practically start this most wanted anywhere in the map and then drive towards the tunnel if you guys do prefer to sit AFK like myself. So you're probably always better off starting the mission, like I said, in like an office or apartment that you've got in this city. But in all honesty, saying that, go ahead and start it anywhere, because once you guys drive towards the tunnel, it only takes about 2 minutes to get there from any point of the map. So it's completely up to you guys how lazy you want to be when grinding this method. But fast forward in this gameplay, as you guys can see, I'm in the tunnel. We reached that 1 minute mark. I drive out into the open, bang, empty my vehicle. He has no idea what just happened to him. Next thing you know, I get rewarded with a very easy 33.5k for literally sitting in a tunnel for 8 minutes. Now, like I did mention, you do not need an armored car to do this at all. Here's me doing it in another car. As you can see, I'm using the Reaper this time. Simply sit AFK in the tunnel, drive out, kick the guy out of my car, bang, another 33k. And if you thought that was a one-off, here again in the Reaper, I have another guy in my car. I empty personal vehicle. This time, this guy doesn't die straight away. Do be careful. You do get a few survivor characters that do try to cling on to the last bits of life. But as you guys can see, eventually the cops put an end to him and I get rewarded with another 33k. So just make sure there is a fair few good cops around you when you kick the guy from your car. As you guys can see, here's another guy that I've done it on. I've literally done this on about 50 different people. But once again, as you guys can see, another victim kicked out the car, put to their death. Nice 33k in my bank account. And as you guys can see by this gameplay right here, I done it to my friend so goddamn much that he tried to do it on me, as you guys can see right here, but he left it way too late. You cannot do it with like 10 seconds left. As soon as it goes past the 9-minute mark, you guys can kick them out your car and you will be receiving the full payout straight away. If both of you don't die, then you still get 21k each, which is still very good for like sitting under a tunnel. But why would you want to get 21k every time when you can get 33.5k every time? Once again, as you guys can see, these are all different players in the game and like all different times I'm making this money. So I've easily made like near enough $1 million from doing this method already. And the fact, like I said, that it's not really felt like I'm grinding, I'm not doing any work, I'm just sitting under a tunnel, then kicking someone out and then laughing in their face. There really isn't a better way to make money. Now, as you guys can see, this guy that I kicked out ended up surviving a good 10 seconds and tried to get back in my car. If they try and get back in your car, just keep on baiting them, moving back and forth. As you guys can see, eventually it gets put to sleep. So maybe instead of just kicking them out at a random point in the map, wait until a police car pulls up, like right here you can see on screen, and then kick them out the car, and then bang, it shouldn't take too long for the police to do their job. And once again, as you guys can see, I go up to vehicles, access, no one, bang, another 33k. There is actually a police station right around the corner from the tunnel, so if you want to guarantee that your friend ends up getting shot, as you guys can see, just drop them off in front of the police station, give it about 5 seconds or so, and then bang, another 33.5k. And don't think that you've only got to do it to one person. You can get more people in your organization and then try and kick them all out of the car, but obviously it's just more chance of one of them surviving if there's more players. As you guys can see right here, I actually had 2 people in my CEO. Well, no, I had 4 of us all together, but I had 2 in my car at the time. I go ahead and kick both of them out at the same time, and I'm still able to win the challenge. It did take slightly longer for them to die, as you guys can see, but eventually on foot with a 5-star wanted level, not many players can survive that. And like you guys can see in the top right, I received 30k rather than 33.5 because it's actually under the 9-minute mark. We finished with 8 minutes 42 seconds. Like I said, if you guys do want the max payout, just make sure the 9-minute mark passes in the challenge. And another great thing about these challenges are they're not like VIP work or MC work or all that crap, because basically if one player in your session is doing any VIP work or any MC contract, then it prohibits any other players from doing work. Whereas with the challenges, as many players can be running them as you want, so you could have like 5-6 players in the same lobby all doing the most wanted challenge at the same time. You don't have to wait for someone else to finish. But not only that, whilst you guys are doing the challenge, no other random player can come over to you and try and kill you or distract you, as you guys can see right here, I had a random fanboy try and shoot me down with a bunch of bombs, not knowing that I'm actually doing most wanted, because it's not going to show up on his radar that I'm in passive mode, so he thinks that he can still kill me. So it's also perfect for trolling random guys that think they're tough online. So don't worry if you see guys coming in tanks or jets, they can't mess with this money making method whatsoever. As you guys can see right here, bang, another 33.5k. However, coming in for the third and final best money making method, and that is by grinding out the land races, which Rockstar Games are currently offering double money and double RP on. Now, I know a bunch of you guys might be confused on what is actually the best way to make the most amount of money from races in GTA 5 Online, so I thought I'd go ahead and quickly break that down for you guys, whether you want to grind it with friends or solo. As I did mention, firstly I'm going to cover how you guys can grind this method if you guys do want to play solo, and like I did mention later in the video, I will compare it if you guys have got some friends with you, showing the difference in payout that you guys will actually make. Like I said, there can be a lot of benefits to doing this solo, because you're always going to be getting the same consistent payout. It's not going to drop, and there's no risks of you like finishing third, fourth or last. Plus you could consider it as an AFK method, so it's like stress free, very easy. Now if you guys are going to do this solo route to grind this method, what you actually want to do is be in a free roam session. You want to press start, go down to playlists, and you want to add as many of these races that you want to do when you're grinding this method out. So this is completely up to you, depending on how long you guys are actually going to spend on the game. Me, I was doing it for roughly just under an hour, so what I've done is I added 6 races, as they're pretty fun races to do. I'm not going to lie, it's not going to feel like you guys are grinding this for money, because time really does fly by when you're doing these races. So like I said, just add as many of these races as you want. I would say do a minimum of 3, just so you guys can get that playlist bonus right at the end when you finish the playlist. But other than that, like I said, you can do 10 in this playlist, you can do 6, just depending on how much money you guys want to make, as the payout is not going to drop whatsoever, so it is unlimited. Now once you guys have chosen the races you like the look of, go ahead and save this playlist. Now another tip I'm going to give you guys is maybe choose a bunch of the new races that haven't got a tick next to them, because if they've got a tick next to them, that means you guys have played the races before. So by playing a race that you haven't played before, you'll be able to learn the circuit in case you guys come across it again when you're racing your friends, giving you guys a little bit of advantage. Nonetheless, once you guys start the playlist up, the first and most important part you guys want to remember is to never finish these races under 4 minutes. That is the most important benchmark to do with these races and how the payouts work. So as you guys can see on screen, I managed to finish this Rocket Voltic race in just under 4 minutes, and I only received a measly 5k, which is not good at all. However, if you guys pay attention to the clock in the bottom right, by me literally just sitting in this mission for an extra 18 seconds so it passes the 4-minute mark, my money will literally double, taking it well over 10k for only 4 minutes work, which is extremely good. Now an important point to remember is each lap on these new stunt races is literally around 3.5 minutes, so a lot of the times you guys will finish these races just under the 4-minute mark. So you actually want to pay attention to the clock in the bottom right, as I think we can all agree being able to double your money by only spending an extra 10-15 seconds in a mission is insane, and you guys will be able to increase that more by spending a further 2 minutes in a race. So by finishing the race in just over 6 minutes, your payout will increase by 10k to just under 14k, so about 13.5k, and a very nice 3600 RP. However, to earn the max payout from doing this solo method, you guys will have to spend a further 1.5 minutes in the race, so it passes the 8-minute mark, and that will increase yet again to just under $17,000. However, the RP will remain the same, around 3600, and that is 100% the new cap on all of these races. I know a lot of people have been putting out false information saying spend up to 16 minutes in races to earn the max payout. That is no longer the case. These people do not spend their time testing out these methods for you guys like I do. So as you guys can see on screen, 16 minutes passes in the race and I still receive the same $16,000. The only other way to increase this is with players in your mission. 8 minutes is the time cap to earn the max payout for all of these races. That is another important thing. All of these races work the same. I've also seen people putting out information saying always do this race because it pays more than the Rocket Voltic. All of that is also bullshit. The only determining factors are the players and the time spent in the mission. So now you guys know that 8 minutes is the time cap. You guys saw that you earned about $17,000 for spending 8 minutes in the mission. However, if you guys can remember, by spending only 4 minutes in the race, we managed to get a very nice $10,000. So if I was to do this race 5 times in 4 minutes, I would get $50,000, which would only take me about 20 minutes because I'm only spending 4 minutes on each lap, Whereas if I was to wait the full 8 minutes every time, I'd be earning around 41k, so making $10,000 less every couple races if I was to do the more longer method. So you guys, like I said, can work out what suits you guys best, whether you just want to keep on repeating every 4 minutes to earn the higher payouts, or like I said, sit AFK. Maybe if you guys just want to watch some of my YouTube videos or go for your dinner, you'll be able to play this game based around you. Now, as I did mention, there is another multiplier or another factor that Rockstar do take into account when calculating your payout, and that is basically the amount of players that are in your race at any given time. Now, I am aware that we all play GTA 5 different, we all have different amount of friends we can get online, and we all even have a different skill ability when it comes to racing. Some of you guys might be 10 out of 10 beast, but you don't have that many friends. Some of you guys might play with a shit ton of players, but you're not that good at racing. But I do know one thing is that we all have at least one other friend, cousin, or brother that we can all play GTA 5 with. I guarantee all of you guys at least know one other person that you've played computer with over the years that is usually your go-to person when it comes to either grinding money or just having a bit of jokes online. So taking that into account, as I mentioned earlier, you guys will be earning 10k by doing this solo for just 4 minutes, but by getting one other person in your race, you guys will be earning an extra $4,000 every single time for literally just doing nothing, exactly just over 4 minutes. But by having one other person in your race, you're able to earn an extra 4k every single race. And your friend, you might be thinking, oh well, he's only going to get 2k, there's no point of him doing it. No, he will still be earning a very nice $9,800, so practically the same as if you was doing it solo, just slightly less, because you guys earn 10k, he's going to be earning 9.5. But for only 4 minutes of racing, I think we can all agree that is extremely high. So I can see why a lot of people might want to do you win one race and then you let your friend win one race and then you win one race, because by doing it that way, you'll actually be earning, like I said, more than by doing it by yourself solo, because you're also going to be getting that player bonus. And because the loser still gets 9k, which is only a couple $100 less for coming first solo, you guys really have nothing to lose out by getting an extra friend in here. And the time bonus will also include if you guys are doing it with a friend, so you will be able to earn up to $18,000 for going just over 6 minutes, and your friend will also earn a very nice 12.5. And of course, if you guys go to the max cap time of 8 minutes spent in the race, one of you guys will be earning a very nice 22.5k, while the other one is still going to be getting a very nice $15,500. So let's say you won one, then your friend won one. We're talking a guaranteed just under 30k for completing just 2 races, which in all honesty, if you guys have played these stunt races, like I said, will not even feel like half the time, because they're so goddamn fun and unique. I've got to say, me personally, as you guys probably know, I'm not the biggest racing fan in GTA 5 Online, but I can still appreciate this goddamn DLC for the pure fun and unique factor to it. So now you guys are fully clued up on how to maximize the payouts depending on the time spent in the game or the number of players. It is worth mentioning, of course, you guys can take another route and chance your luck by going into a bigger lobby with much more players. Of course, naturally, it's not really a method by doing it this way, hence the reason why I broke the method down earlier. But this way, obviously, is going to offer you guys bigger rewards with bigger risks. So now you guys understand how to maximize the payout. These payouts should make much more sense to you guys. So as you guys can see here, with just 6 players, the winner was able to earn a very nice $28,000 for spending just over 6 minutes in the game. Here you can see 6 players for going under 4 minutes was only $10,000. However, with 16 players, so a full lobby, you guys will only be earning up to 26k if the race finishes under 4 minutes. And like I did say, every single player will count towards that winner's final pay. So as you guys can see here, 16 players, if one player was to back out during the loader menu or before it starts, the winner's bonus is going to decrease yet again down to 24k. So as you guys can see here, 15 players under 4 minutes is the usual lap time you guys will see when doing these races. The winner only got 24k. So when you guys see these payouts, take into mind what I showed you guys earlier. I'm pretty sure you guys will be able to use your brain to stack some serious money, best suited to how you guys play the game. Hopefully you guys do appreciate me covering this method in full detail, so all of you guys will be able to grind it, whether you're rank 1 or 100. And if you guys are going to do it with friends or more players and not the solo method, do be sure to leave a comment down below with your gamer tag or your PSN. Put together a nice little group of you guys to grind this method out, or you guys can come and join one of my GTA 5 crews. I will leave a link to all of my crews down low in the description. I will say the crews do fill up very quickly, so I will kick inactive players in my next paint job video over the weekend. Stay tuned for that video. Nonetheless, that's going to do it for me, guys. An awesome money making method that all of you guys should definitely be grinding out as of right now. If you guys do enjoy these money guides and want to see more in the future, all I ask is you drop a like down below. Feel free to subscribe if you guys are new, as I do post daily GTA 5 videos. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll see you in my next video.